Alright, so you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. What if limiteds came back to Driving Empire? Now hear me out with this, because I know a lot of you probably won't want this to happen, but hear me out, because I think there's a way of making it actually like kind of fair to people who already have this limited, obviously. So let me explain. Now, I didn't really fully come up with this. Someone said in content creators chat, I can't remember who, it was so long ago, but I've had this like idea saved until kind of now and whatever. So what if limited cars came back? Now for me, there's only one circumstance that I have an idea for, and that is with Spookfest event. And basically in Spookfest event, there's a place you can go to in the like event hub. Like you go to the circus area, you go to the witch area, whatever, and there's a black market. And there, it has a place, basically, where you can buy every single license limited in the game, but you can only buy 2 of them. So say, for example, you didn't have this Apollo, you didn't have, say, the Zenvo Aurora Tur, and you didn't have the Audi RS e-tron, whatever, for whatever reason, right? You didn't have these 3 cars. You have to pick between 2 of them. And with picking between 2 of them, the prices will be increased from what they were originally. I'd say like add 5 million to what the cars were originally, so it does make it a little bit more fair. So say for example like this, I'm pretty sure this was like 200k, I think, or 100k, I don't know how much this was, but add 5 million to this, and now this is 5 million whatever. So it's a little bit more fair to people obviously already have bought this, and it saves it from not having too much more. Same with obviously you get the Apollo. This is like 12 million, I'm pretty sure, when it came out. So add 5 million, that's 17 million, and that's how much this will cost. Also, when the people buy it from the black market, or if they want to call it something else, because of the brands might not want it to be called black market, they call it like limited sale, limited car, I don't know what they want to call it. But then with this, you don't actually get a serial, or you get a set different like type of cereal, which is like, I think just having no cereal on it was better, because then the people who bought this first will have a cereal, and they'll have like the first thing, so you can easily identify, and then the second people who bought this in Spookfest event will not have a cereal. I think Spookfest event should be the only way you get limited cars again, like when they come back. And this is coming back once a year. So obviously throughout the whole year, loads of limited cars will be released. And then if people did miss that throughout the year, then, you know, near the end of the year, as long as they're playing Driving Empire at that time and they have money, they can buy the cars. Now I do get, you might complain, oh my god, adding more money to the cars, which are already really expensive. But how else would it keep fair? I think adding money to the limited cars will keep it fair, because if you didn't get this car the first time, that's kind of your fault. I guess if they're really expensive, then, you know, that's prices, but it's also kind of your fault. So when they bring them back, I do think they should be more expensive. It's kind of like what I'm pretty sure CDT brings the limited cars back, but every single time the limited cars come back, they add the prices more. They increase the prices even more than they already are. So if that was going to be added to Driving Empire, one, obviously only add in Spookfest event, and all the limited cars are there, but also only be able to buy maybe 2 or 3, because I mean there is a lot of limited cars, like one, can't be asked to count, but there is a lot of limited cars or licensed limited cars already. So I would say probably just have 2 or 3 you can buy every year, because I mean it should be fine. Then if they buy all the limited cars throughout the next year, but they didn't buy the, say, what came out this year, the C-Type, for whatever reason, I mean, it's still in the dealership, but for, say they didn't buy this, right? This is the only car that they didn't buy this year, but they buy every single car in 2025. They can come back when Spookfest happens, and then they can just buy this. I feel like it's a good thing to add, and seeing as you can only buy 2 of them, it doesn't actually add that much, like, less rarity on them, or more rarity on them, whatever. Like, they still stay near to what they were before. Obviously, a lot of people might buy the same car because they missed it because it was expensive, but I think this should be a good idea. And Driving Empire, if you like are listening, I don't know, then maybe adopt on this sometime. I know Spookfest is like, I'm pretty sure this month, well, it's October, so maybe we'll see this get added. It's still a pretty long way away, so I'm pretty sure the Driving Empire developers could cook this up in the time, or if they already have. But to me, I think this is a really good idea. I kind of hope to see this come like back, even though I do have every limited. I do want this to come back for people who did miss them. But I do still think the limiteds should be a little bit more expensive to keep it a little bit more fair for, you know, other people. Maybe not add 5 million for every car, but like add 30% of what the car costs, or add 50% of what the car costs. So say the 12 million one will have like, it'll cost 18 million. I don't know. Just add like a little bit of price increase, because otherwise it would just be unfair. And obviously they won't have any cereal, but tell me what you think about this feature. I honestly don't think it's a bad thing. Saying that from having every limited, I think it's a good idea. So tell me what you think about this, and have a good day.